One problem I have always had in multiboxing is when my slaves attack, I can see them attacking on the screen, and I can see my own damage, but I can't see their damage. It's over there in the other windows. But, who can look at 4 other windows and just be able to see all if they're doing damage or not, or how much damage they're doing? So I want to show you guys how you can get that to be displayed on your main character screen, right with your other scrolling combat text. And what you want to do is download a mod called Mix Scrolling Combat Text. It is spelled just like this, Mix Scrolling Combat Text. And after you install it, you just type /msbt to open up the screen right here. And we can set up to make it show. It's a really powerful mod. You can make it show pretty much anything that's in the combat log. You can make a filter to show you that. So like if you just scroll through the combat log, anything you see in the combat log can be put in there. Anything. So what we want to do is set up some triggers to show us when our party does damage. So the first thing we're going to want to do is to add a new scroll area. So we're going to want to put this in a different box than where our other damage and healing is by default. So I'm going to make a scroll area called Multibox Damage. And I'll make another one called Multibox Heal. And that way I can put the damage and the healing in different boxes. So after I make those, I want to edit the font settings. Make sure they're good. Sometimes when you install the mod, your font will be really large. I found that 18 is a good number, right? So I'm good there. But you'll want to open up that and just make sure, or after you get all this set up, if the font's really big, just come right back in here onto scroll areas and click the A. That's how you change the font damage, the font size. And then just after you set that up, click Configure Scroll Areas, and it'll pop up right here. And the two you just created to be right here in the middle. So this is Multibox Damage. Let me just move this box way out of the way here. So I'm going to want that to be about right there. And then Multibox Heal, I want that to be about right there. And we can play around with this here after a bit. After we set it all up, I don't if that's too close to this box, and it's maybe it might start overlapping. I'll move it. But just to get it going, I'll put my damage on that side and my healing on that side. And I can just hit preview too, and that's what it's going to look like. So I'll save that. Then I'll go into triggers right here on the side. And I want to make a new trigger. Now the output message is what's going to be displayed on the screen. It's like normally like the default triggers they already have in here, like the one for backlash. Whenever backlash procs, it's going to display backlash on the screen. Well, we want ours to display a variable, not a set text. So what we'll do is we'll use the variable %in. Hold on, let me turn off my broadcasting. My slaves are doing some weird stuff. %in, %a. Now what that does, %in is the source of whatever the event is. So it can be whoever does the damage, whoever does the healing. It's the source. It's it's where the original event comes from. Like the whoever casts the damage or casts the healing, whoever's actually doing the event. %a is just the number associated with the event. So for our purposes, %in would be who is doing the damage, and %a will be how much damage they do. So after you click that, it'll bring up this window. So you want to add an event. Click Add Event, and it'll pop up this window. Now you want to just delete all this. Just hit X, delete everything in here. Change it to, on the main event, you want to scroll down and find Skill Damage. Skill Damage. And then you want to delete all this stuff. Just delete it all, it's the easiest way. And then click Add Condition. and then source unit, and it's actually almost set up the way you want it. So on condition, you want source unit affiliation to be equal to party member. And that's it. That's literally all you have to do to make it start displaying your party member's damage. So, and there it is, percentage A, percentage N. And you want to come in here, you want to click the A right there to change the font size. Or actually, you can just check this box right there. That way it will inherit your global settings, which is what you set up on the other box. But then you'll want to click the tools, and right here on the top output scroll area, you'll want to change the scroll area to be the box you set up. So like I set up a multi-box damage box, and you'll want to uncheck always sticky. And depending on what kind of setup you're running, maybe you'll want it to be always sticky. But for my purposes, I have 4 slaves that are doing damage. If all 4 of them are sticky and every time they damage it just looks really bloated and ugly on the screen, it's better to have it to actually scroll. Like sticky is like it pops up on the screen and doesn't move and it's really big and bold. And if you uncheck the sticky, then it scrolls up. It comes on the screen, scrolls away, and then disappears forever. So that's damage. Now, healing is done to show healing. If you want to show, if all you want is damage, then you're done. You can stop now. If you want it to show healing as well, click Add New Trigger. And this one you're going to want to name almost the same: percentage N, percentage A, and percentage R. Now, it's basically the same thing with the extra R. All this does is it shows you who does the healing, how much healing, and then who received the healing. You click OK, and it'll pop up your thing just like before. You want to add an event. Just go ahead and delete all this stuff out. The main event is going to be heal. It's called heal. And then just get rid of that stuff and click Add Condition. And then it's almost exactly like you want it. Recipient unit name. So wasn't that close. Recipient unit affiliation. Sorry. It's because recipient unit affiliation is equal to party member. Now you could do this a different way. If you do it like this, recipient unit affiliation is equal to party member, then it will display anytime your party member is healed. So even if some random passerby heals you, it will show you that they healed you. Even if if you're in a battleground or if you're in a basically it will show you anytime anyone in your party gets healed. Except for you. That's important as well. It will not show your healing. Your healing will still be where it always is in the scrolling combat text. So you click that, and that's it. You save it, and then you'll want to make sure go to the tools, to the output scroll area, and change it to your healing box. And uncheck always sticky. That's important. And you want to come into make sure the font size is not goofy. See, right now for some reason it's on 26. It just defaults to that. So you'll either want to make it smaller, or just click the box to inherit the global variables. Hit save, exit out, and then now let's attack the snake again. Turn on my broadcasting, tell all my guys to attack, and there it is. It has the icons of what skills they're using and how much damage they're doing and who does the damage. And if I tell my priest to say prayer of healing, the whole group, it will display my healing right there, where it always does, and it will display the other healing over there. Now you can change the, any number of options on here. When you come into the mixed combat text, you can change any number of options on here to make it have different. You just uncheck these buttons, and now you can make it have a thicker outline, different fonts, whatever you want to do. But I just prefer to have it all look very uniform. But that's all it takes. Now whenever your party does damage or gets healed, you'll know about it. Just show you a little bit more. And that's it.